Powerhouse Theater, located in downtown Walla Walla, is a 120-year-old building that used to supply power to the city. Tonight, it supplies world-class entertainment. Tonight, Walla Walla came out in swarms, looking very good, mind you, for the performance of Marilyn Forever Blonde, the third performance at the Powerhouse Theater, which has just taken the city by storm. It was and now is a theater, though.
It used to be a gas plant before electricity was invented. It took about 2.5 months to rebuild the whole inside, and we built the interior so it touched the building in very few spots. So we didn't sandblast or change the old building at all. So this is a duplicate of Shakespeare's theater that he built for himself.
This town is so excited for Marilyn Forever Blonde, and Greg wrote it, produced, directs. This was your baby.
No, I didn't direct it. You don't direct your wife. It's impossible. It's like teaching them
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it's like teaching them to play golf or teaching them to drive.
Everything that Sonny says as Marilyn are things that Marilyn actually said. Where did you find all this material?
Well, I wrote this before the internet. This is about late 80s, you know, so I got all these books on Marilyn. I had my office write down all the quotes on 3x5 cards, and then I scooped them up and sent them back, and they typed them up, and I went, you know, that could be a play, and then I worked on it. And then I couldn't find anybody to do the part, so I waited 20 years to get someone to do it, and then I had to marry her to do the part.
I'm blown away by Sonny and her performance, and usually we film performances, but tonight we actually got to sit back and enjoy it. But yesterday we actually did get the pleasure of connecting with Sonny and meet this wonderful lady. What I love about this production is that your husband Greg wrote it word for word in Marilyn's words. And he was telling us earlier today, and he says you may not agree with this, that he made you a deal. He said he'd marry you if you took the part, because he'd been looking for the right actress for 20 years to play the part. Is that true?
He keeps telling people these lies.
Well, tell us the truth. Set us straight.
The truth is we were in Vegas. I was doing Marilyn. I put on the short wig. He said, I'd never thought of you as Marilyn before, but when you do Marilyn, it's pretty convincing. You need to read my play. We were not married at the time. I read the play and said, no way, because no woman should have to be compared to Marilyn Monroe. That's just not even fair. And then we were married, and the nagging just would not stop.
Do the part.
Yeah. Do the part, do the part. Read a scene, read a scene.
Boo boo be doo. Groucho loved it. His eyes popped out. I remember, he made this joke off screen. He said, young lady, you're a case of arrested development. With your development, somebody's bound to get arrested.
It's been said that you do an amazing job channeling Marilyn from the dead before your performances. What do you go through to become Marilyn?
Well, I spent 2.5 hours in makeup. I turned on some Frank Sinatra music of her era. And that's sort of, at the end of the 2.5 hours, being prepared and surrounded by pictures of her in my dressing room and hearing Frank Sinatra sing and imagining them going out, or maybe she's getting ready for a date with him. It sort of transports me back to that era.
What do you want us to take from your performance?
Well, I think what I've learned from it is that be careful what you wish for. If Marilyn's taught me a lesson, and I hope the play teaches that lesson, is to honor those around you that are close to you, because she didn't have those people.
He didn't like girls with brains. I told him that was the nicest compliment I'd ever had.
So be careful what you wish for. Fame isn't all it's cracked up to be.